you think if Celtic beat Rangers in the Cup on Easter Sunday, Van Bronckhorst might be done for as the Rangers manager?
Barry?
No, I can't see that, Derek. No way. Can't see it. But do you think that?
Well, there are rumblings from certain sections of the fans that seem not to like him for some reason. I would give him a chance to build the team. I wasn't a Gerrard fan. I think Gerrard left a lot of dross behind, a lot of poor signings. And defensively again yesterday, Barry.
Look, I think Derek, he's only had one window, obviously in January, and we all know what January's like. It's a tough window. I think the summer's massive for Gio. Speaking to him last week, he realises that as well. There's some players that he wants to extend contracts, and obviously he's looking at he's identified players that can make Rangers stronger and better. So there's no doubt in my mind Gio will be the manager at the start of next season, Derek.
Derek, what do you feel?
I would give him to obviously, I think it stopped November, the football for the World Cup. I would give him till then, but the unfortunate thing is there are certain fans don't seem to like him, do they? There are a rumbling of certain members of the fans that have been on his back and I think coming to Sunday, if Celtic, because it would technically then that would be 15 trophies out of possible 18. I don't think that would be acceptable.
And yet look at the performance, Derek, in Europe, and you've got a quarter final. You're the favourites to go through to at least the semis.
But fans look at narrow-minded fans look at Scottish football and don't see a bigger picture. I wouldn't sack him, but the problem he's got, there are a certain number of fans don't seem to like him for some reason, and they've been on his back now for a number of weeks. I think they're seeing it a 13-point turnaround. Some of them see the Celtic manager as a tin pot manager, dare I say. Some managers don't rate him and they think he should be beating him convincingly. I just think defensively Rangers have been very poor all season.
Simon, what's your take?
Yep. Undone by the first goal. I think Bassey should have chopped him in the halfway line.
Yeah, I agree with you, Derek. I said that there's quite a few people who have mentioned about Alan McGregor. Could they have parried it further out? But I'm with you, Derek. I think the first phase of it, when Callum McGregor starts driving with the ball, sometimes you've got to just take a foul, Derek, and get in that box and defend the set piece, defend the free kick.
Simon, what would you say to Derek, Rangers fans saying that some of the Rangers fans, if they don't win the Cup semi-final a week on Sunday, then the manager's time would be up?
I don't think that at all, Paul, to be honest. I think we've spoke about it in the show before, where he's found himself coming into a challenge where Rangers were at the top of the table. The first transfer window, so Ange had already had his first transfer window, and he was working with players and he knew the targets for January. So I think, he was further ahead in his job. And I think the summer will be very important at Rangers. Obviously, Gio would have been hoping on the back of winning the league again, but at this particular moment that doesn't look as if that's going to be the case. But it's still a big one for him. It's difficult. I mean, many times the Rangers and Celtic, it kind of blows hot and cold who's winning. In second there's nowhere in this city. We all know that. So
Gio knows how big a summer it is for him. He knows now the strength and weaknesses his squad, and I firmly believe that he knows the club inside out. I seen that last week. I hadn't seen him for a long time. Spent a bit of time with him, and he totally convinced me that he's the right man for the job, and he knows how big a summer it is. He knows where he needs to strengthen to make them better, and I think the Rangers board will 100% give him that time to go and do that.
Barry, what would you say to Derek, who said he wasn't impressed by the Steven Gerrard squad? Do you identify people?
Well, every manager's got different ways of managing, and Gio's maybe come in, as I said, and looked at it and think, right, there's certain areas where I think we can get better. That's always going to happen. You're not going to get a manager like Steven Gerrard and Gio come in and think, oh, this squad is perfect. Managers want to put their own mark on the team and the squad, and that's what Gio would have loved to have done in January, but January is so difficult. So difficult. I think in the summer it'll be big. He's already identified, Sid, what he needs.
He wasn't long in the door either, so you've got to give yourself a bit of time to see what's there and how he rates the players.
Tell Alexa to launch Go Radio or listen on the Go Radio app.